All right. Well, good morning, everybody. Let's get started. Thank you all for coming. It's always a little bit smaller turnout for the goals session, so I'm sure people will trickle in from time to time. So, first of all, in the chat, happy holidays to everyone. Yes, Christmas is a few days away. I don't know about you guys, but I was eating lunch yesterday and heard Christmas music, and it just stresses me out because I don't have everything done yet. But it's supposed to be a happy, joyous time, so that's great. Good morning, FRI. So thank you all for coming today. How many of you guys have your goals? Anybody have your goals? People have goals ready? Awesome. Some of these goals are going to be shareable with FRI peeps, and some of them are going to be private goals, which is fine. But let's do some that we can share appropriately. Anybody want to start first? Who wants to go first?
Hi, Ryan. It's Lisa Sager. How is everyone?
Wonderful. And you saved Angie because we were going to go alphabetically. So go ahead.
Oh, well, I did a goal for the first time, actually. And this year was really kind of a crappy year for me. I got sick a lot this year. And so now I'm really ready to sell some real estate. And so my goal is $216,000 for next year. So I need to make 78 appointments. I did this through a recent meeting here. One of the title companies had it with a guy named Ryan McHugh, and he was pretty cool. I liked what he did, and so it gave me a lot to think about. So I've been trying to work on it this month, and I ordered postcards through Canva, and that was really cool. That was my first time doing that. So yeah, I'm really realizing I got to work at a faster pace if I'm going to try to get to this goal.
Fantastic. Yeah. And and you, this Ryan guy sounds fantastic, but you have jumped into part 2 of what we're going to do, which is the how. Today, we're going to talk about the what, and what I want to talk to you guys about is the why. So what I want to hear is what your goals are and why. So thank you, Lisa. You're actually, you're a step ahead. You've already done the next meeting for us for that part, which is where we go into the how. Which is what he was going over with you, is how you're going to do this. And like we talk about every year, is we take these goals and we're going to break them down into what I need to do every day to hit my goals. So you've already getting a step ahead on that, and the tools that you'll need and everything else to do that. So we're going to talk about that on part 2. But today is going to be part 1, where you just tell us your goals, which you did, thank you, and your why. So why don't you tell us why, Lisa? Why is that your goal? What will that do for you? And talk about how you're going to reward yourself when you do that.
Oh, okay. Well, for about 18 years, I've been a stay-at-home mom mostly, but I've worked behind the scenes. I've had some businesses that I've done with my husband, but in the last couple of years, I've just wanting to have my own personal growth. And marriage has been complicated. Life has been complicated. Kids are growing up. For the first time, I'm stepping out of my boundaries. I've never been like a salesperson per se. So I love real estate. I've always been passionate about it. I don't think I'll ever do anything. I like other things too, but this is what I've been studying so many seeds for the last 5 years, getting to know people. And I think my business is going to grow this year. And so I just want it to get to the next level. For me, I might be going to live on my own soon with my kids. I don't know what I'm going to do. And so I'm just praying a lot and really want this for me and think the time is right. So I'm going to work as hard as I can to earn my own money.
Okay. That's a great personal growth, security. That's wonderful. Congratulations. And you can do it. Set your mind to it and actually do it. Do the things that you need to do every day, which is great. Who else has some goals for us?
I do. I have one. I have one big goal. I decided, I was talking to Romina, I don't think I can do, well, I shouldn't say I don't think I could do. I don't know that Instagram is my thing. I don't even know that Facebook is really my thing. But I do think that maybe YouTube could be my thing, because I am not big onto filming everything I do. And I just am uncomfortable with that. But I could go walk through houses and video them and put them on YouTube and create a channel that way. So that's what I am starting there. I ordered my gimbal and I ordered a microphone. And and I've been watching lots of videos as to how to do it and then how to edit, because I don't really know how to do that.
I know
So
where ladders. I need to find low ladders because I broke it.
Okay.
that's my goal.
Awesome. And so to be a YouTube star, what do you want to do? An influencer?
Oh, no. Actually, there was this guy that some agent invited me to a meeting this week. So a mastermind meeting or something. So I did it because it was on Instagram. And then I heard this other person's name, so I Googled them. Anyway, there was this guy that moved from California to Texas. He did not know anyone. He had no connections. And he just started going in and filming houses. And he did, granted, the market's been so crazy that you could make a lot of money, but he did like 87 houses, sold 87 houses in 1 year, just doing like a YouTube channel, with just going in and filming houses and stuff. So that's what I'm going to do. I mean, not that I want to sell 87 houses, not that I want to be rich, but I just feel like it's something that I could do and possibly need to do.
Yeah, that would be terrible. You don't want to do 87 houses. So, and all that money, it just creates more problems. More money, more problems. That's what they say. So
I need to hire somebody.
Tammy, do you remember when in the downtown office, I interviewed you about FRI to get a testimonial from you, and you couldn't get through a 20-second interview on camera without having to just messing up your word? They were your own words. You didn't have lines to remember. They were your own words and you couldn't get through it. And now you get on here and you talk for 2 minutes straight with no problems whatsoever to people that you know and don't know, everybody else. You can absolutely do it. Guys, if you could get on this thing and you know, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 of us that have our cameras on, if you can get on here and talk to people like this, you can get on YouTube. There's absolutely nothing to be afraid of. You're public speaking right now, believe it or not. What if you were in front of a room of 25 people right now, telling them about yourself, telling them about your goals? That takes some guts, and that's wonderful. And so,
but the big part about YouTube is you
just interrupt if you want to, whatever.
You just have to do kind of an introduction, and then I've got to do a little bit more research. But then the house is speaking for itself. So it's not. I don't like things focused on me. It's just not me.
Right. You were very, very nervous. I've never seen you so nervous. And those of you guys don't know, Tammy has a wonderful success story of transitioning from another industry into this. And so, we interviewed her, and she was just a mess, but she took a lot of takes to get her 20 seconds that we could use out of it. I mean, look at you now. That was, 4 years ago or something. And look at you now. So that's wonderful. And you can absolutely do it. And you just need to intro the property. And guys, and if you don't like it focused on you, I understand that. Talk about the property. Talk about when you talk about the things that you love, you can talk forever. You guys can see sometimes I get really excited about what I'm talking about, and I can just talk forever about it because it's something that means something to me, and it's easy to, you don't have to remember lines. You don't have to remember buttons to push, certain points to get across, because it all just comes out. So if you a video to post on YouTube, then you share the link to other platforms. Yeah. So you just do that. And Lizette admires you so much, Tammy.
Who does?
Lizette.
Oh, thank you. I don't even have this chat up.
Okay. So, so why, Tammy? Why is it that you want to do that you want to be proficient on YouTube?
Probably because it's the thing you need to do, I guess.
Well, yeah, but you don't want to sell 87 houses and you don't want to be rich. So why is it that I'm not joking about that.
I feel like I'm slacking, not being involved with social media stuff.
So covering a weakness, you want to better your weakness. You feel like maybe it feels like something you felt like you couldn't do before, and it'll give you a sense of accomplishment to do it.
Right.
Is that right? I mean, because I take it your word that you're not doing it to sell tons more houses. I mean, everybody wants to sell a few more houses.
No, but it is a referral source as well. Because like the guy that did that said he paid nothing for like leads, this, that. So eventually it should transition into business, which is one of the reasons I am doing it. But it's not like I'm thinking I'm going to have tons of business, and it's going to take a while. It doesn't happen overnight.
Okay. All right. That's good. That's a good why. And then next time we'll talk about how we're going to do it. All right. Who's next?
I unmute. Hold on, because I have to tell Romina that I'm unmuted because of feedback. I think, Tammy, that you're doing great as a realtor with what you're doing right now. And if you don't notice it, you are talking to us in a camera, live. That's difficult. In a video, you don't have to do that. You talk and then we can edit it. And just the good part is going to come out in the video. So it's easier to do a video on YouTube versus be talking to us in live with a camera in front of you. So I don't know if you realize that, but when you do a video, when you see our videos, look, wow, these people is nice doing the video, but in reality, we make a lot of mistakes. And we fix that when we edit the video. So you're doing great. And if you can create that YouTube channel, believe me, that's a lead generator. And you have the face for it. You have the knowledge. You have the, you can do it. You can do it. I have my YouTube channel and only have 170 followers. I'm just starting, but I'm keep putting videos and creating ideas, and my videos are changing all the time because I'm improving, learning from another YouTubers, doing stuff that I'm not doing, and I say, okay, I can add that to my videos, and that start putting the videos longer, up to 10 minutes, which is a good video. People don't get bored looking the videos, and you can do it. Definitely, you can do it.
My next goal is to learn how to do what you're talking about, is like edit it and post it. And I mean, it's to me, it's a big undertaking, but I was going to get with you guys and see if you'd help teach me.
Listen,
I mean, I'm watching.
Tommy.
I'm new in real estate, right? I'm not just in my first year. So I always doing something to generate money. If you want, we can sit and we can create a plan. And I can work for you editing the videos. I tell you what to do, you give me the base of the information, and then I edit it for you. So we can do that too.
Wonderful. All right. So who is next? Who else has a goal?
So I was talking, let me finish my goals.
Okay.
So what I was thinking is, okay, you want just the goals or
The goals and why.
Goals and why? So I'm trying to get this year into at least 10 to 12 transactions. Why? Because I definitely don't like to have a boss. I hate Ryan. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't like to have a boss. I don't like to have a schedule that I have to go clock in, clock out. I hate that. So I have to do real estate because I need to live from this. I love what I do. I love to sell houses. I love to help people. I don't like to do transaction when somebody's want to get hurt in the transaction. I prefer not to go for it. So I want to do the right thing for the people. And in the same time, I can generate money. I don't have a boss, and I have my own time. I can go to play golf in the morning, and I can go to work in the afternoon. So that's why I like the freedom that the real estate give you.
Yeah, it's so funny how you said Ryan. We all know who your boss is. Romina, he wants to get rid of you. I don't know why. So that's great. That's a great why. That guys, freedom of his time, because that's one of the resources that we have, time and money, right? And he wants more of both. So that's wonderful. Those are great reasons. Those are great motivations. So we'll talk about the how in our next one. Who else has one?
I do. Good morning, everybody.
I do.
Mohammed, then Daphne, you go next.
Okay.
No, Mohammed, you go. Daphne's going next.
Well, good morning, everybody, and thank you so much for having me. I do appreciate that. And as maybe Ryan knows, I just joined you guys about 2 weeks ago, and my goal right now is to start my first home. I got my first leads, to work my first lead, and trying to get the process back into place. I got my real estate license on 2015. And when I first had the license, it started in the first year, I didn't know how many houses I will sell. But basically, I remember my first showing was so terrified for me. And a few months later, I sold the first home. And that year, I sold actually about 29 homes. I don't know how I did it. God helped me. But it was total gross sale was like $4 million, which is, you can divide that on the number of homes. And that year, it would put me like, I did a lot of, legwork for like average about $150,000 home. And then I went all the way until 2015, 16, 17, 18, and 19. I had to exit a little bit to get my another career going. And I had a total set of good numbers. And after 3 years away from the real estate, I just did like few transactions recently, which is all friends of friends. And I'm trying to go back as a full-time in the real estate. And again, my goal is to get my first good lead and start working my first lead, and to break the ice and get the first home out of the way so I can going. And I did ask Ryan a few times in a text message to help me out, and if y'all can help me to show me which company like Zillow or Realtor.com I can possibly find some leads from them to get me jump started and move forward. It will be really helping me a lot. And then looking forward to sell a bunch. I don't know how many, but I'm sure I'll be committed 110% to this business. And I love real estate. Real estate is not about selling; it's about helping people buying or selling homes, and that's what's really make a lot of sense for anyone just trying to have an honest living, to do help people. And it's
Right.
taking money.
Guys, we're going to go a little bit off the thing here and help Mohammed. So Mohammed texted me yesterday about, I'm looking at buying Realtor.com leads. What advice do you have for me? And I started to give him advice, and I sent him one text with advice. And then I said, you know what? Let's ask this question tomorrow to the people. And I'll tell you what I told him first. I said, it doesn't matter what kind of leads you buy. You have to follow up with them immediately and effectively. You have to respond immediately and with something of value to them, something to stand out from the rest. I will tell you guys this, and you've all heard me say it at least twice a year when we talk about Zillow leads, Realtor.com leads, any of these leads, and you guys all complain that they're no good anymore and that they sell the same lead to a lot of people. And I tell you guys over and over again, if I am looking to buy a house and I go on to Zillow, I don't know anything about real estate, right? So I go on to Zillow or Realtor.com or whatever. I am not going to stop after I hit one agent or one house. I'm going to keep looking around. I'm going to keep hitting agents and houses and tell them I want to see this house and this house and this house. Over the next 3 days, I'm going to send out 7 leads, right? Because I want to see houses. If I don't want to hire a realtor immediately, I'm going to click on a bunch of people. They're not selling the same lead. I am creating multiple leads for multiple agents. Okay. You guys understand that? That's how that works. So when I send out a lead and it goes to Angie and Tammy and Abdul and Romina and Javier and Mike, it's the one who responds the quickest and the most efficiently and effectively that is going to get my business. Okay. So, and that's if I don't already have a realtor and I'm just out there wasting everybody's time. Right. So yeah, they don't all close. It's going to be frustrating. You're going to close 4 to 5% of them. So it's frustrating. It can be, but they're not bad leads. Nothing's a bad lead if you follow up with it quickly and efficiently, effectively. So when I go on and I send out and I sit out after a long day at work and I come home and and the my significant other is putting the kids to bed, and we decide, she says or he says or whomever says, boy, we really ought to look at moving or whatever. We've been talking about moving, and now's the time. The kids are out of school, whatever, right? And so we sit down that night. We're going to go on and we're going to look at multiple houses and send out multiple leads. That's the thing. We don't just go in the first house and say, oh, that's the house for us. We're going to live there, and click on Angie's name, and that's it. We're going to keep going. Okay. So don't get discouraged by that stuff. What other information and help do you guys have for him? Those of you who have bought Realtor.com leads, Zillow leads, etc.
I'll chime in on this one. I have been with Bold Leads for, I want to say, 4 months now, and I want to say they're not a good outfit to buy leads from. Apparently, Lone Wolf Industries, who takes care of our transaction desk at the MLS, they own it now. But it's under their roof, but someone else owns it as of like 2 years ago. I made the mistake of buying into their system 4 months ago, and then I looked at the reviews. Recently, I've looked at more reviews, and you find all the reviews up till about 2019. There were a lot of good reviews. A lot of realtors were doing well with them, and then they got bought out by somebody else out of Canada. But they're very bad. They have a system set up, but they got a lot of tweaking they need to do on it. They'll get leads in. Some will come to my phone. Most of them automatically go into the system. They have what they call concierge that sends out a text to these people. And sometimes I don't even know who these leads are. And when I go in and look at the boxes and when they came in, I might receive the lead from Bold Leads like 3 hours after these people the leads have called, which is, it doesn't make any sense to me. So they're expensive, and most of the leads I'm getting from them are phone numbers don't work. People will reply stop right away or just curious. That's kind of the norm. I'd expect that kind of stuff anyway, but Bold Leads has not done me any justice on that at all. Let me see. Along that line, Tammy mentioned Facebook. I have, over the last few years, I've had just different projects looking at and working on investment properties, which takes up part of my time. But I've kind of lost faith in Facebook and what they're doing. I'm not an Instagram person, but I need to look back into that and get that going this year as far as one of the goals. But I like to hear that Tammy and who was it, Javier? Yeah, both doing the videos. I think that's probably a real strong direction to take these days with so many people on their phones. And one other thing I'll throw in there before I get off here is that I'm going to actually, I know a lot of people like to catch seller leads, but with the way the market is, the challenge with the buyers, the mortgage, the financing and all that stuff, the way it's going, the alternatives and options we have, I'm going to actually focus on getting leads for buyers, if that kind of thing. One of the things I have done, goal setting, is at the end of the year, I send out Christmas cards to past clients with the proverbial calendar kind of thing. That's really the only goal setting I do on things like this. I'm really bad with it because I just have interests in other areas. But as of this year, I've gotten 2 referrals from past clients with the Christmas card they received. One of them is coming up probably end of January. The other one's the 1st of January. But they said, yeah, we've got somebody we're going to refer you to. And then I'm going on a listing appointment tomorrow for somebody that says, let's take a look at this. We've got another property we want to sell. So referrals and things, I still am, knock on wood, I'm thankful for those. I'm thankful for those people. So anyway, Bold Leads, others I don't know about, but Bold Leads, kind of stay away from them for now.
All right. Thank you, Mike. Anybody else have anything to say? Have anybody ever done, recently done, I think it's more important, Realtor.com leads or Zillow leads? Tammy, tell us.
I do Zillow leads, but actually when I did just do a good sale, but when I kind of looked at my year, it does pay off every year, but I get a lot of calls, but it's expensive. I don't, I'm not going to give it up, but I don't know that that's really the answer either.
Okay.
When you look at the amount that you get, and I probably get good leads because I'm in like Nona. So even those leads, I don't know.
Any of you guys do any Prime Street or Op City deals this year?
Oh, I do Op City. Op Cities. Actually, I kind of like that philosophy, and I've gotten several texts recently that people are texting me like, hey, we have seller leads and you can pay 30%, which kind of that way is sort of nice because you pay it out of the deal. You're not paying a monthly fee. So when you get the lead and you close the deal, you pay it at that time. Those are kind of nice.
Yeah, they're free up front, no risk, etc. So you guys make sure you're doing Op City and Prime Street. Guys, we have on Prime Street, we have 6% of their agents in the Orlando and Tampa area, and we're doing 26% of their closings. So you guys are killing it on Prime Street. Very good job. Anybody, I just had a thing with them, and we're going to have them on in a couple of months to talk to you guys about optimizing their system and what's new with them and stuff. So, all right. So Mohammed, hopefully that helps. The most important thing is to just reassess after a while. You know, make sure that it works for you. If you're the kind of person that will get after the leads, then you'll do fine. If you
have to sign a contract for a certain period of time. When I started Zillow, I had to do 6 months, but I had that money in a reserve. So I thought, okay, well, if I don't make any money, I have money that I can still pay my Zillow bill. But you know, probably have signed some type of contract. So you want to make sure that you can hold up your end of the bargain on that.
Okay, Lisa checked with Realtor.com. The cheapest is 30% exposure. That means for an area for approximately $260 a month. And of course, it's going to depend on the area. Windermere is going to be different than Pine Hills, and it's going to be different from, you know, South Tampa and Temple Terrace and everywhere else. Everybody's got their own system. Okay, their own values. All right, let's move on back to goals. Who's got? Where were we? Daphne, did you want to go with your goals?
Yes, hi Ryan. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My thing is I just started my YouTube. I'm not very good at it, but my biggest problem is posting the video and show up my face.
Showing your face?
Or talk in the video.
Okay.
I don't like how I sound.
Well, we all love how you sound. Look at all of us smiling.
Not really. I don't like how I sound, Ryan. People really don't take me serious. I don't know if I should just post the video showing the home, that's it, or if it's like more effective for me to, you know, talk and explain, because I've been looking at a lot of different other video. I see, even though they let the house speak for themselves, but in the beginning they, you know, say something into introducing the home, or if it's a new builder, I see people, they talk for a few minutes and then let the video play out.
I think you need to be yourself on there. I think people need to work with you. If they're going to actually work with you, then you don't want someone to do a voiceover or to just have text on the screen. I think it needs to be you. Your video needs to be branded to you. I mean, you're growing your brand, and I think it does. And I think you're maybe being a little bit too hard on yourself about how your voice sounds, and because I think it sounds wonderful. And yeah, you guys don't have to put your faces on your videos if you don't want to. I think you definitely need to put your voice on there. You need to talk about what they're looking at. But I think you got the right idea. It's okay to just show the property and say, you know, hey, look at this house, it's this and that. Yeah, I think so. I mean, some of you other video experts, Ramina and Angie, you guys do a lot of great videos. Maybe you guys could help her out. What do you guys think? Javier, any of you?
I think that she needs to, even if she does the videos, like you said, voiceover is perfect. Sometimes when you're recording your own video, you can feel, it's really intimidating to do it, and sometimes your doesn't come out right away. So you can do the video, the whole house, and then you get home and then sit and you can practice how to go over and do as a voiceover. And the reason why, like you said, you need to, people need to know you. If you think they don't take you seriously because of your voice, I don't know why, or something, well, too bad for them. That's you, and you have to sell yourself. Nobody's gonna buy whatever you're selling. They're buying you, actually. So I think that's really to do voiceover.
Thank you.
Another thing is that remember that in the commercials, we don't see, I mean, we don't hear the voice of the owner of the company. It's somebody that is talking in the video, and the people buy it, you know, doesn't matter. The people go and buy Apple product or any product, and it's somebody that talk in the video. So you can ask somebody that do the voiceover, but make sure you put your picture at the beginning of the video that the people feel it's you. I mean, they know it's you that they're the one that are doing the video.
Javier, I think that's a really good point if she's trying to sell one of her listings, but she's trying to just show houses and get people to work with her. So trying to do videos to get people to work with her. Yeah, I think if she's just had one house that she's trying to sell, that would be fine. But she's trying to grow her brand. I think she does. And Romina has a great point about just doing the voiceover later after you have the video. It is, I think we've all done videos before where we walk around and see stuff and then we forget what to say about this, and then we get one take at it, or we have to keep walking through and videoing it over and over again. Just concentrate on the videoing and then get home, and you can do as many times as you want to write everything down and just read it or do whatever you want till you feel comfortable with what you've got audio wise. And then you match the audio with the video. I think that's a really good thing. And you can sit there and watch the video while you're recording, while you have everything written down about each room or each aspect of the house that you want to talk about. Angie, go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with all that too. I do that often also, where I record over the video walkthrough after the fact, because we all make mistakes. So you don't want to say something wrong. And you can always fix it later when you do it that way. But yeah, I mean, overall, what you're selling is yourself. That's what our product is. It's not some other thing. It's not even the house. It's us and our services. So if you keep holding on to limiting beliefs, like your voice isn't good enough for this, it's going to hold you back. And you have to think about what it's holding you back from. And it literally could be holding you back from money. Like those of us in here that do video regularly, we've seen how many transactions we get a year from being on social media and being out there and putting our face and our voice out there. We literally see it translate into dollars. So if you think of it that way, this belief that you have that your voice isn't whatever you think it is, it really is holding you back from succeeding and from, you know, getting some business from this type of lead source, which it's a very inexpensive lead source. Like Mohammed's talking about spending $200+ every single month for a commitment on leads, when you could do online videos, you could do Facebook, Instagram, you could do all these YouTube, you could do all this stuff for very, very little money out of pocket. And it could translate into, you know, more transactions than what you could get from buying online leads. So think of it that way. Think of it as, you know, this limiting belief of yours. It's not true. When people call you, you want people to call you. And when they call you, they're going to hear your voice. That's your voice. That's you. It's uniquely you. We all have our own voice. And that's who you're selling, is yourself. So try to get over that and just make yourself do it in little steps here and there, you know, film the house and then go back later and do the video of the audio of your, whatever it is you want to say, do short clips of you just talking, do baby steps so that you can build up to it, to where you'll see some positive feedback. And if you send it to any of us, post it on the FRI page, we'll give you our feedback, but none of us are going to say your voice sounds horrible, because that's just not the truth. It's not how it is. And it's uniquely you. So just be yourself, and you can make this happen. We've all seen success, those of us that have done it, so you will too.
Thank you, Angie. Thank you.
Awesome.
Oh my God.
Daphne, do you have any other goals you want to share?
The YouTube is my goal, because as you know, I just started back this year, and then I posted 2 videos on the marketplace. With that, I had 3 closing.
Could you turn it off? Please?
You did 2 videos and had 3 closings?
I had 3 closings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I had 3 closing, 2 with an investor and 1 in Ocala with another buyer. So I'm thinking this is a good way to go. I didn't even expect it to have those,
That's great.
and it works.
That's
Thank you.
There you go.
They were
There you
the
go.
3 people that liked your voice.
Yeah.
Yes, they were the 3 people that liked my voice, I guess.
There you go. You probably had 3 views and all 3 of them bought something. All right.
Yeah.
So there we go. Keep going. Keep doing it. And so next week actually we're going to do this in 2 weeks, guys. Next week we're going to be off. In 2 weeks we're going to talk about the how. Who else has something for us?
Well, I do see somebody else had asked in the chat, those of you that are making videos, and I want to get started on those obviously, but what are some of the systems that you're using to make those? But before I let anybody answer that, I want to say that it's funny, we all have the propensity to think we don't sound right or look right or anything like that, but it's a well-known fact that there's well-known world actors making movies and things like that, and they also have the same complex. There's a lot of them that you'll hear in if they're on a talk show or something like that, they very rarely go to their own screenings or watch their own movies. They just can't watch themselves. So it's not an uncommon feeling. We all bear the same thing. So Daphne, I think you do fine. So anybody want to share what they're using for the videos that they're making, systems, whatever they might be?
I'm gonna go, if is that okay, with my goals, and then
Sure. Yeah.
I could answer that question too, or me, Javier, or anybody else. This year, when this year started, I said I wanted to close at least 2 deals per month. But I found out after obviously all this year that it was putting me in some type of
Pressure.
Yeah, it wasn't the pressure, but it was something weird, because if 1 month I didn't close 2, then I felt like I needed to have 4 for the following month. So I changed the whole thing. So this coming year, what I wanted to do, let's say if I wanted to do 25 transactions, for example, I won't put like 1 or 2 or 3 a month. I just wanted to have close my year with certain amount of transactions, because I found out obviously that sometimes 1 month you can have no closings, and then 1 month you can have 5. So I changed that on my goal setting. I'm gonna travel once next year, real estate related. I put that as a goal, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go to South America, and I'm gonna try to get people. I work with a lot of foreign buyers, investors, so I'm gonna do that next year. I said I'm gonna pick a country that I work good with, and I'm gonna do that. I don't know what month, but that's gonna be my goal. I'm gonna get everything that I need to be able to do it. And this is very important. I did every single class that I could find on the MLS. I did it, but now I wanted to get more. I wanted to probably get an extra certification. I don't know. I need to find out. I found out that a lot of people that I have seen as realtors, they have a lot of certifications. I don't know. I wanted to have that for my experience, to be able to, and I have few wrote down. So those are my 3 things. And the reason why I wanted to do all that, well, obviously, first of all, I wanted to become better and better every year. I love to do what I do. This is absolutely something that I really love. Not because you make money. Yes, it's awesome because it's easy. Not easy. It's a better way than going to some place and work from 9 to 5, obviously. But I love this real estate world. I love it. I love work with people outside the country. I think that's more like what I love to do. And that's why I wanted to become better, to offer a better service and to make money for sure. Because all that, I'm enjoying what I'm doing, but also I wanted to say that it's very very nice to make money doing what you love. So those are my things.
Awesome. That's great stuff, Romina. Really great stuff. And I want to remind you guys, those of you, probably some of you are thinking this, it's better than 9 to 5 if you're successful, if you're setting goals and meeting your goals. If you're not, it's worse than 9 to 5 where you get a paycheck all the time. So, that's a great spirit to have and a great attitude to have. So, awesome. That's really good stuff. I love your whys and all that. Plus, maybe get rid of Javier eventually, like he's trying to do, get rid of his boss. So, next, the video stuff. Can you guys, Javier, you answer the video stuff?
Yeah, because I remember Edul asked, no, that wasn't Edul, it was Mike, right?
Mike.
That asked about videos, where to post it and what to use. Okay, if you want to do Reels, InShot, I think we shared that app before. But that's an option to use to do Reels. And also you can use it to do videos for YouTube because InShot has the option to change the format of the video. But also if you want to use a better editor, you can look for open sources software. Open sources software are free software to be used in Apple or Windows. And those are very nice editors. You won't believe they are free. And you can edit video in a more professional way. That don't mean that you have to have a lot of knowledge. No, you can, as Ida said, if you have the capacity to learn something like that and you're easy to go into the technology and editing and this kind of thing, you can go to YouTube and you can watch video how to edit it. But I know people that even though that they do that, they got complete. My sister saw a lot of videos and he said, no, I'm done. I need you to help me, But you have option in YouTube that you can see. For example, I post one in the text that said OpenShot Video Editor. Is an open source software that you can use to edit all the videos for YouTube. InShot for Reels, shorts in YouTube also. And where to post it? Mike, I believe as much as you can post is better. When you do a reel, you can post that reel in YouTube Short, Instagram Reels, TikTok, everywhere you want to go. And then YouTube, it's a lead generator, at the beginning it's hard, but when you get 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 followers, believe me, you want to start having people asking for questions and you can give them your personal phone number, they will call you and they will become a client, that's the idea.
That's wonderful. And like Mike was saying earlier, sometimes, we don't like the way I know people don't like the way their voice sounds when they hear themselves on a voicemail. They leave someone a voicemail like, oh, I hate my voice. I hate, and when they see themselves in pictures, they think, I got news for you. Your driver's license picture is probably a pretty decent picture. You just don't like the way you look. That's fine. But you guys are all great, and you are what you are, and and you don't sound like that to other people. You sound great to other people. So, who else has one? Thank you for that information, Javier and Romina, in the chat. Guys, Romina was answering a bunch of stuff.
Hey, Ryan.
Yes. Oh, you do? Yes.
I know a lot of people use it. I've been practicing it, and that'll probably be my goal. iMovie, it's on iPhone, iPad, and a lot of people use it, and you're the field, you can still take pictures and videos and put it together, and it's like real fast. Like I know a lot of new construction agents, they do it. So if you need like something, they can do it like right away and they're good at it. I guess you got to keep practicing, but it's free. It's on your phone, iMovie.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
Am I the only person that has an Android? Does everybody have iPhones?
iPhone is better. Move up.
Oh my gosh, do I need to have that learning curve too?
Ryan, a bunch of Apple snobs in here, Tammy. You and I will hang out.
Oh, you have it?
Oh yeah.
He's Android. Ryan is Android.
So I went, Tammy, you're gonna hate this too, because you make me look like Mr. Technology, so you're gonna hate this. I went to the T-Mobile store and I told them I want to change to to I had a problem with my Android just because I've had it for 3 years now, and it was running out of space. And I said I want to switch to iPhone, and they said you don't want to switch to iPhone. He said if you've been doing Android for this long, you're gonna hate an iPhone. That's what they told me. The guy could have sold me an iPhone. Instead, he sold me a $30 SIM card to a memory card for my phone. He could have sold me a new iPhone, and he said you're gonna hate it. And Vivian is apparently on Android, so that doesn't make me feel that much better either. But that's the three of us. Sorry, Viv.
It's not too bad, Ryan.
So,
You know, I was on Android for many years because, I think it was, you can do all these things on Android, because the security system is not that great. But then I was like, I realized, I don't even need it. iPhone is so much easier.
All right.
I thought about getting a second phone number and doing an iPhone and keeping my Android, and then just so I could use
slowly
that for,
going off.
Yeah,
you can do that.
Weaning yourself off of your Android.
Yeah.
Well, if Idul can do it, we can do it.
I love it. I'm telling you, a lot of people love iPhone. I mean, I used to be iPhone, Android, then I switched back to iPhone. I love it because you have my watch, everything syncs to it.
Oh, that's another question that I wanted to ask you. Tommy, do you have what kind of a computer you have? You don't have.
That's what I was saying. Then I have to get the Apple computer, right? I have a Dell laptop, Inspiron.
She has a Windows PC.
You don't have to
Yeah,
get
I
the
have
Mac.
Windows.
I have a Mac.
It'll work.
I have an Apple. I mean, an iPhone, or all that, and I have a MacBook. I have a Mac, but I don't use them because I'm so used to using a Windows.
Yeah.
So I still have a Windows computer, but all my other stuff is Apple.
Yeah, same with me.
It's perfect. If you know how to use it for what we do, it's great. You have your iPhone. You can just airdrop a document to your computer. You can airdrop the document to your tablet. You have your files on the computer. You have your files on your phone. I mean, and it's iPhone, I think, or Apple or Mac or whatever. Apple product for dummies. So it's easy to use.
Ryan, are you going to get one for Christmas?
When they say for dummies, Tammy, they have no idea what they're dealing with.
Exactly. We're like super dummies.
Super dummy.
We started with Android before iPhone came out. We started with Androids. I had an Android for a while, and then when my son got an iPhone, the first iPhone that came out, and I'm like, man, I'm never going to iPhone. One day I switched to iPhone, and I'm like, wow, I love this thing. And I have another line that's an Android, and I'm like, how do you use this thing? I don't even know how to use this anymore. It's just different.
Well,
All right.
The thing about it too is the security features on Apple is excellent. That's the best part of it.
I wanna share something that will complicate this conversation. I cannot hear anybody. Yeah. Okay, I can put mine. I want to complicate this conversation because I do an investigation about iPhone and Android, because everybody that comes from outside of the country to visit us has an Android. And I say, why you're using that phone? Even though the sister of Romina, which is realtor too, she's using an Android. And we say, why you're using Android? Everybody use iPhone. And she said, no, that's not true. And we did an investigation. I did an investigation in Google looking for information about that. And I find out that the only country that has a massive consuming about iPhone is United States. The rest of the world use Android. So we are behind in reality. I mean, we're used to it and I love it. And I have Mac, iPhone, everything. But in reality, the most people consume Android versus iPhone in the world. Chinese people, Japanese people, they are very technology people and they prefer Android versus iPhone.
Well, you're absolutely right. So some of us, Tammy and I, are more worldly than the rest of you guys. Okay, Idul, you changed the subject. Let's get on to your goals, buddy. What are your goals?
Oh, I got a few. I'm trying to get some CRM, but let me tell you, at this age, it's so hard to learn all these features, man. It's like ridiculous, But I'm trying to get a CRM. I'm trying to work on some the same thing Tammy was talking about too, you know, YouTube. Try to get out there, and the same iMovie. I have another software that I use that I bought, but the thing is so difficult and it's time consuming. So I was like, I'll leave it for later. And that's where it's been sitting there for a couple of years. So
Okay, guys.
Get
We have to work on a couple of things here. Measurability. How much of this stuff do you want to do, and what is your why? Well, you say you want to do more YouTube, you want to do more iMovies, you want to do this kind of stuff, but what is your why?
Man, I need to go on more vacations.
Okay, how many?
Man, as many as I can.
Okay, we'll spend the next couple of weeks thinking about how many vacations you want to take, where you want to go, picture all that stuff. Obviously, that is its own reward. So, what are you going to do to take more vacations?
Oh, I have a few sales. I mean, I did a lot this year.
Okay.
You know, I have enough for next year.
All right.
My expenses are very low. That's
okay. We need to work on your goal setting, Idul. We're gonna work on that.
My goal is not, you know, not too much. I mean, I said I go on vacation. It's right now, it's just enjoying my life, Ryan.
Well, that is certainly attainable. You are on the SMART goals. You're the A for attainable. You are on the money, buddy.
I think I got a lot, you know, attained in my time.
All right. Well, that's good. We're still gonna talk about it.
By grace of God, I'm doing good.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, buddy. You're doing great.
Thanks, Ryan.
You know, Idul's got something there. There's a saying, if you want to get busy, go on vacation. First day on vacation, you'll start getting calls and emails to go to work.
Yeah,
there you go.
Exactly. You got the right track.
Yeah.
There's definitely
another one of my goals is I need to learn to make myself have fun. I mean, I need to learn to go away or do things. You just get in this work mode and I don't know. I never plan. I need to have more fun in my life.
If you don't vacation, Tammy, you're gonna stress yourself out.
Pardon?
If you don't go on vacation, you stress yourself out. So you need to go on vacation so you de-stress.
Tammy, don't listen to these other people. So you're doing right now what makes you happy, and working makes you happy, and doing this stuff makes you happy. Don't force yourself to do something that you don't want to do just because everybody else says it's what makes them happy. But you do what makes you happy. I know you do. And a lot of times, like Idul says, you get too stressed out and you need a vacation. He does, right? But a lot of times people come back from vacation more stressed out than they were when they left because they've got all these phone calls and other stuff. So it's you know, do what makes you happy. If taking vacations make you happy, then great. If you have to force yourself, maybe that's not the thing that you want to be doing. You seem pretty happy most of the time. I don't know what you're doing, but you make yourself happy. So whatever makes you happy. But yeah, it wouldn't hurt to force yourself to do it one time and see if that really relieves your stress or if you're feeling stressed at all, you know. Who else has a goal? Anybody else have a goal?
This is it.
Ida, what's your goal?
Hola, good morning, everyone. Listen, if I'm gonna tell my goal, then I will not do it because I'm always having these things that I want to do, but the next day I get up and I do the opposite. So that's bad. And one thing that I need to do is get away from my house because there's a lot of distractions. Yes, I need to learn to do one thing at a time because I'm a multitasker by nature. I do have different channels, like I do have this YouTube channel. I need to work on that and be consistent. I will post something and I go like, okay, I'm gonna go to a new community and post about it. But then it will not happen until maybe more couple of months or so. So I am not consistent, and I know in this business, consistency is key. Like many on this call, I post things, but I really do because I'm told I am not a secret agent, but I'm not like it. If I would not be in this business, I assure you, I would not be in social media. And that might be hard to believe, but I am comfortable talking on the camera and be myself, because that's how I know how to be myself. I don't pretend to be nobody else but me. Tammy, my life is about taking one day at a time, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. So enjoy life, even if it work, make it pleasant, make it joyful, right? Because you never know what that tomorrow will be. And I know that, and I really take my hat for everybody that have done multiple transactions. At the end of the day, at the end of the year, are you happy with yourself? Did you took time for you? So in between what I do, trying to get business, I enjoy every minute of my life. So Ryan, I want to be a better me. I'm more consistent for 2023. And hopefully I get more transactions.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Ida. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Remember, we're going to talk about how 2 weeks from now. We're going to talk about how. Who else has goals they'd like to share? Anybody else? Angie, yes.
Hello, good morning. So one of my goals for this year is to build my team. I'm looking to take on 2 agents this year. Kind of the reasons why are for what everybody else wants to, some financial time freedom, freedom of my time. And I also really love training and helping other agents. So I think it'll be very beneficial for me. So that's one of my goals for this year, in addition to increasing my own personal sales, but also to have team members by the end of this year, have at least 2.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you. Awesome. We'll talk about how to do that. Anyone else?
I'm gonna go.
Okay.
About my personal goals in 2023. Well, first of all, I want to itemize. I hear you guys and I hear myself when you talk about the excuses we're not making the videos. So that's part of our plan. Juliet and I are on a team, and we're starting to get those videos out. And yes, we don't know how to edit them and I'm not trying to be an octopus to learn everything, multiple things at a time, so we don't focus. So we are working with a virtual assistant who will help us with the reels, with the content that we are going to post depending on our topic. And you all know we'll focus on blockchain and cryptocurrencies. So part of my goals this year as well is to close at least 1 or 2 NFT properties again in Orlando. And also I would love to do a digital twin. Probably a lot of people haven't heard that term, but it's basically a virtual identity of a real life property, and you can profit from both. So I'm looking forward to bring technology to my clients, to bring transparency and, take advantage of what this technology will, potentialize, their earnings in the future for what they already got. So that's where I am. And the whys, because of course I want to stand out. I want to be free as well. I would love to work borderless. I do not want to just restrict to Florida. So this is the way. And I want to be able to meet people in Dubai and do closings in Dubai. I want to be able to do it in Singapore and not just Florida. And that's where we're heading. Hopefully Julie would weigh in on this if she can.
Okay, thank you. All right. Any more? Anyone else? Who else has some goals they'd like to share?
Oh, this is Lisa Sager, and my goal is to try to do 2 classes this year for designations. One through the Women's Council of Realtors. They have a PMN designation. I said that's pretty good. And then also I was told that the military relocation, it's our MRP. I don't know what the P stands for. But that one is supposed to be really good too for doing a lot of business with veterans and military.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, and that can be, guys, figure out how to do these things and make niches out of them. It's a really good kind of thing to do. Who else had mentioned taking classes and getting better? Was it Romina? Yeah. Guys, I always recommend that anytime you have a chance to get another designation, some of these things are free. Some of them are $10. Some of them are $89 or something like that. Get these little designations with these PRMs and these short sale and foreclosure specialists, all this kind of stuff, and throw them on your business card. Throw them on your emails, throw them on all of your marketing stuff. Those are things that help you stand out. Liz was telling us before, she's crypto certified and all that stuff, but that stuff, make sure people know that that you stand out in one way or another. So yeah, add all that stuff. Ida's got a trip to Panama. Fantastic. So, and the real estate related trips, love those. Go down and get some clients and do all that stuff. Do business anywhere you can, anywhere that you can stand out. Romina and Javier, I know your videos are mostly, if not all, in Spanish, which helps you stand out. And I know a lot of your views come from South America and people interested in real estate in Florida, and you're giving them something that they don't see, and certainly not presented in their language and it's just great way to reach out and stand out from other agents. Anybody else have any things they want to share before we go? 2 weeks, guys. 2 weeks. We're going to talk about the how. I love to hear the goals. I love to hear the whys. Make sure look over the SMART thing again. Make sure they are all of the things that. Close down on me. I'm going to screen share here real quickly. Make sure they are specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. If you want real goals, you have to do this. Some of you guys had pretty broad goals. Try to break them down to where they're measurable and specific. All right. So, and they do have to have a deadline. You can't just say, I want to be better at something. It's got to be, give it, even if it's baby steps, guys, give it something to make it specific and measurable. And we can do that. So when we come back in 2 weeks, part 2 of goals is going to be the how, and we're going to break it down into what you need to do to get to where you want to be. So
I have an idea.
Yes, Tammy.
An idea. So maybe once a month at our Zoom meetings, we should say how, or every 3 months or whatever, like where are we at with our goals? Like, what have you done this month to get you towards to stay on track for your goals?
Excellent idea.
Just an idea.
Tammy wants accountability. That is.
Thank you, Tammy. That's a great idea too. Yes.
That is something that people love on January 1st when they do their New Year's resolutions, and then they hate it on April 1st when people hold them to it. So, all right, Tammy, you guys want it, you got it. We'll do it every once in a while. Romina, one of the dangers of that is, like you said, I want to do 2 a month, blah, blah, blah. And we're going to break things down into what you need to do to get there. But you don't have to, if your goal for the year is 24 transactions, it doesn't have to be 2 in January, 2 in February. All right. So that is the danger of that, is getting discouraged and everything else. That's why you make them measurable. You push yourself, but you make them attainable. So yeah, we absolutely will. Idul, be prepared for us to say, are you having enough fun every month? Idul, how much fun did you have? 1/12 of your fun for the year? So, all right, guys, have a great week. Happy holidays to all of you. And I look forward to seeing you in the beginning of January. I don't know what day it'll be, around the 4th or so, I think. But we'll talk then. See you guys. Take care.